Hello, you grade 3. Today we will be looking at jobs, Unit 4. So we will practice the 6 jobs. We will practice the 6 jobs every lesson, okay? I want you to remember. We do that by practice, practice, practice. We are going to look at the student book, so you will need your student book. You will need a pencil and an eraser. We are going to do some questions and answers, and you are going to draw some lines. And then we are going to look at different words for question number 1 in Unit 4. You'll see what I mean when you get to it, okay? Don't worry about it now, just watch the video. Please, if you have them, wear your headphones so you can hear me. Like I said, you will need your pencil and an eraser and your student book, page number 39. Okay, right, let's do it. Go. Okay, so we're going to practice the 6 jobs. We're going to do this every lesson so that you can practice and remember. Remember, if you do it again and again and again and again, you will remember. So, who's this? He's flying an aeroplane. It's a pilot. Pilot. This man looks after your teeth. Could be a lady, but this is a man. It is a dentist. Number 3, wow, look at that. I'm not sure if this photograph is real, but this man is in a volcano. What is a volcano? Pulkal Phi, it's a volcano. Maybe this is Photoshop, I'm not sure. Anyway, he has a camera. What is he? Yeah, he's a photographer. Photographer. This lady has come to get the letters from this post box. This is in London, in England, the red box. She is going to take the letters to people's houses. Who is she? She is a postal worker. Okay, this man is fixing a car. The car is broken and he is fixing it. Can you remember? Number 5, he is a mechanic, And number 6, this lady is designing a house or a office or a condo. I'm not sure, maybe a school. She is designing it with pens. What is she? Can you remember? Number 6, architect, architect. So these are our 6 jobs for unit number 4. Practice them and try to remember them. Okay, cool. Okay, now I want you to get your student book and open it at page number 39. We are going to look at the first question of Unit 4, question number 1, page 39 in your student book, okay? You will need a pencil for part D. Part C, here it is, ask and answer. So practice the new question and answer the new question. Look at the pictures and ask and answer the question. We will do that when we finish looking here, okay? You will do it with me, okay? Part D, match, ask and answer. So match, draw a line from the people. Here they are. There are 6 people, James, Kelly, Lisa, Shana, Ron. Oh, and Tom, it's me. Look at the 6 people. Draw a line, that is match, to their job picture in the maze. The maze is the yellow square. And then practice the question and answer. You can do that with me, okay? So this is question 1. You need to look at page 39 in your student book. Okay, what is the question? What is the question? What does he or she do? What does he do? What does she do? He's or she's, remember apostrophe S, he is, she is, a pilot, an architect. So we say the name of the job. He's a pilot, she's an architect, he's a photographer, she's a dentist. So we have person number 1, asking the question. Person number 2 answers the question. There are only 2 people talking, remember? And they are talking about person number 3. เขาผู้ชาย เขาผู้หญิง That is who they are talking about. Okay? So here is a boy asking the question. And here is another boy answering the question. What does he do? What does she do? And then they are talking about person number 3. He's a pilot. He's a pilot. Now, the pilot is not talking. He is not talking. They are talking about him. Number 1 and number 2 are talking about number 3. Okay, number 3 is the subject. Okay. Okay, let's ask and answer these questions. So we know the question. The question is what does? What does he do? What does she do? And the answer is he's, he is, or she's, she is, and then the name of the job, a pilot, an architect. We say a because it means one. We say an because it means one, but the name of the subject begins with a vowel. Siang, sala, e, a, u, I, e. We don't say a architect, we say an architect. Can you think of another word, a noun, sing kong, that starts with siang, sala, elephant, sala, an elephant, not a elephant. Umbrella, umbrella, an umbrella, not a umbrella, no, an umbrella. Okay, so architect is the only one in the 6 jobs. That's the only one you have to remember, okay? Okay, let's go. Here's our question. Here's our answer. Let's look at these jobs. Number 1, can you ask the question? What's the question? It's a man. Yep. What does he do? What does he do? And the answer? He's a pilot. It's in the box. Okay, he's a pilot. Okay. Number 2, what does she do? What does she do? What does she do? Answer, she's an architect. She's an architect. Okay, number 3, question, it's a man. What does he do? Yep, that's it. What does he do? And the answer, he's a, what's his job? A photographer, right, he's a photographer. Very good. Number 4, it's a girl, a lady. So, what's the question? What does she do? What does she do? And the answer, คำตอบอะไร She's a postal worker. She's a postal worker. Okay. Number 5, it's a boy. Question, what does he do? What does he do? And the answer, he's a, can you remember? Mechanic. He's a mechanic. Okay, and number 6, let's remember the question. What does, it's a lady, she do? What does she do? And the answer, she's a dentist. She's a dentist. Did you remember all of the jobs? I think the question and answer are easy. What you have to do is you have to remember the jobs. You have to remember the names of the jobs, okay? Right, I think that was quite easy. Let's look at part D. Part D. You will need a pencil and maybe an eraser, I'm not sure, okay? Okay, part D, page 39. You will need a pencil and maybe an eraser, I'm not sure. I hope not, but have an eraser, just in case. So there are 6 people: James, Kelly, Lisa, Shana, Ron, and Tom. They are standing around a maze. This yellow square is a maze. What is a maze? It's a place where you walk, but you can't see, and then you have to find your way to the middle. Or here, you have to find your way to the job picture. This is a maze, a maze. So, let me show you an example. I did one, I did James, just to show you. So there we go. I use my pencil to draw a line to get to the job. Okay, I'm not going to say what the job is, but that's what I want you to do with your pencil. You do it for James, Kelly, Lisa, Shana, Ron, and Tom. Okay. Now I'm going to give you 5 minutes to do this. About 5 minutes. Okay. If you need longer, that's okay. If you do it in 1 minute, that's okay too. But please check your answers. Make sure they are okay. Okay, we'll do it 5 minutes, and then we will come back, look, and then we will do some question and answer. Okay. Don't forget, you can pause the video now. Do the work in the book with your pencil, and when you have finished, you can play the video and we will carry on, and you can look at the answers. Okay, right, off you go. 5 minutes. Good luck. Okay, did you finish? Have you drawn your lines in the maze? I hope so. Please don't cheat. Number 1, James. Does your line look like this? There are other ways to go, but this is the way I went. If you found a different way and it was okay, that's okay too. No problem. What about Kelly? Okay, there's Kelly. And Lisa. Oh, that was a long one. What about Shana, number 4? There's Shana. Ron, number 5. Wow, Ron's was very long. And Tom, number 6. There we go. Okay, now, if your lines look different, that's okay. Just make sure that they are correct. Okay. Right, let's ask the question. Number 1, I want you to give me the answer. You speak the answer, okay? So if it's a boy, you say he's. If it's a girl, you say she's. Number 1, look at the picture. What does James do? What does James do? What's the answer? Kam tok alai. He's an architect. That's right. He's an architect. Number 2, what does Kelly do? What does Kelly do? I can see an aeroplane. So she's a pilot. She's a pilot. Number 3, what does Lisa do? What does Lisa do? Okay, the picture is a camera. She's a photographer. That's right, she's a photographer. Photographer. Number 4, Shana. What does Shana do? I can see a car, and I can see, this is called a spanner. A spanner is for fixing things if they are broken. She's a mechanic. She's a mechanic. Number 5, Ron. What does Ron do? What does Ron do? He's a postal worker. Yes, he's a postal worker. Very good. And number 6, Tom with no hair. What does Tom do? What does Tom do? He's, now I can see a table. No, not a table, sorry. A toothpaste and a thing for scraping teeth. Ugh, I don't like it. He's a dentist. He's a dentist, yes. Okay, practice this question and answer. Practice all of your 6 jobs, okay? Right, I want to go on. I want to look at how to say some other questions, okay? Or the same question, but with different people words. Let's have a look. Okay, so in the book, we have looked at the question, what does he do and what does she do? But now I want to look at the question using I and you, okay? So that we can say it with two people, or we can say this question with more than two people. Let's have a look. So the question is, what do you do? What do you do? So now we change does to do. It's not what does you do, it's what do you do? And the answer, I'm a pilot. I'm a pilot. Now, person number one is asking the question to person number two. There are only two people speaking. Person number two gives the answer to person number one. They say the job. I'm a pilot. So here we are. The boy is asking the man, what do you do? And the man says to the boy, I'm a pilot. Okay. Now this word I'm, let's not forget, it means I am. Okay. You can say I am a pilot, or you can say I'm a pilot. That is okay. Okay. Let's look at the next one. Okay, so now we're going to look at that question, but we are going to use we and you. We, พวกเรา we. Okay, we. So, here's the question. What do you do? What do you do? We're pilots. We're pilots. Now, we put S because we know there are two or more people. Pilot is สิ่งของ and you can count it นับได้ so we must say S. Pilots. Okay, pilots. 2 pilots. 3 pilots. 100 pilots. Plus S, countable นับได้ okay? Okay. So person number one is asking the question to two or more people. And all of those people are giving the answer. Okay. So the boy is asking the two people the question and they are giving the answer. What do you do? The man and the lady say, we are pilots. We're, remember, is we are. You can say we are pilots or you can say we're pilots. That's okay. Okay, now we're going to look at the same question, but we're going to use they. 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 แปลว่าอะไร they. พวกเขา Okay, not me and not you. They. So the question is, what do they do? And the answer, they are pilots. So person number one asks the question and person number two gives the answer about the people who are doing the job. This is number three. The people who are doing the job do not talk. They are the subject. They are not talking, okay? Only number one and number two are talking. So, this boy asks the question, what do they do? And the girl gives the answer, they're pilots. They're pilots. พวกเขาเป็นนักบิน they are pilots. Don't forget, the word there means they are. You can say they are pilots, or you can say they're pilots. It is the same. Okay? Great. Okay, so that's the end. I hope that you practice the questions using the other words like I and you we, they. Keep practicing your 6 job words. Now this week, maybe you noticed there is no homework, okay? That is because I want you to think about your project a little bit. I've given you some time to think about your project. Maybe you want to start your project. Next week, there will be homework, okay? Maybe some more homework than usual, than normal, maybe a little bit more than normal. But this week, no homework. Think about your project, okay? Now, you don't have to finish your project. Remember, you have until October 15. But take this time to think about the project, okay? If you want to start, that's good. If you have finished the project, that's good too. Don't forget, it's not just the paper, it's also the video. The video is your project, okay? So that's it. I will see you again in the next lesson. Have a very nice day. See you next time. Bye.